Well, I'm here over the shoulder, season 4, episode 2, with Greg Malek. Greg, everybody's wondering a little bit like, who is Greg Malek? What do you do? And what kind of advice might you have for kids and for parents? So, Greg, let's start off. Who is Greg Malek?
I'm an educator at heart. I've been in education pretty much my whole professional career, starting out in the K-12 system in Saginaw Public Schools, working as a teacher and a coach. I had an opportunity after doing that for several years to get into higher education and administration. I was the athletic director at Delta College for 4 years, moved on to Olivet College for a year, and then the past 8.5 years I was the athletic director at Lansing Community College. The last 2 obviously was quite a commute from here in Hemlock. And then when I was presented kind of with an opportunity to join the Husky Pack here in Hemlock as a college and career advisor, I was able to sit down with my wife and talk about what options that could bring us personally and professionally. And it was kind of a no-brainer. So that's kind of who I am. What I'm passionate about, obviously, is the kids. I've already been able to work with quite a few of our seniors, everything from our regular traditional students to that want to matriculate into the college, those that want to get into the skilled trades, and even some of our student athletes who have aspirations of continuing that athletic career, because that's kind of my field of expertise, right? And helping them get pointed in the right direction as to where they might go once they leave Hemlock.
So what is your role? What does a college and career advisor do here at Hemlock?
Yeah, so my role is to work with the students to help, one, prepare them for what they're going to do after they leave high school. And we start that process as early as the middle school. I've already met with one 8th grade class, careers class, to help them set up their College Board and Khan Academy accounts. That'll help them, once they get into high school, prepare for the PSAT. There's certain assignments they can do within the Khan Academy. They say for every extra 30 minutes, you spend on the Khan Academy, it can increase those PSAT and SAT scores. So we start that early and that young with the students. When they become seniors, I meet with them one-on-one. I've already met with several of them to try and get that baseline early on in the school year of what they really want to do when they leave here. So I'm working with the students with that. I communicate with parents as well that might have any questions. I had a parent contact me yesterday who wanted to sit down and chat because their student is also a student athlete and want to look at some different opportunities there. I'm working with the college reps, helping them set up times to come in to talk to our students about what opportunities they offer at their institutions, as well as our armed forces recruiters for the students that might be interested in serving their country. So I work with a lot of different people. I work with obviously the Saginaw County ISD on some of their initiatives that help create this position. One of the big components that I really I'm starting to really dive into is the Saginaw Community Foundation. They offer quite a bit of scholarships that our students need to be aware of, they need to be connected with, and so driving that to our students as well is a big component of what I do.
So it sounds like you're a real conduit, which, knowing you personally, Greg, this is kind of like the perfect role where you connect people and places and pull them together and really help kids realize their dreams and make college education, career and workforce possible for them as they move forward.
Yeah, just yesterday I had a senior meeting with a student who's interested in aviation. So having a former friend of mine kind of start that same track out of high school many years ago, I remember that Northwestern College up in Traverse City in Western Michigan had great programs and they have a good matriculation from one to the other. So I got online, did a lot of research as to what they offered, also pulled up, potential scholarships that this student might be able to qualify for, and was able to package all of that together and then send that off to the student. So yeah, being that conduit is fun, right? Yeah. It's seeing the excitement in the students' eyes and drawing that energy from them for what they're passionate about. That really gives me the energy to do that research and try to give them as much information as possible. So, they aren't walking across that stage, they're floating across the stage, right?
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
So if you had one piece of advice that you could give, whether it be parents or students, what would it be?
Don't wait. Don't procrastinate. Get on everything now. We have, as an example, we have a college or a financial aid night set up at Northwood University in October, and kids and parents need to take advantage of that. Actually, Friday, October 1st is when you can start filling out your application for your federal student financial aid. Get that done, because that helps you get that one big carrot out of the way. So when you start narrowing down where you're going to end up going, that's taken care of. Because being in higher ed previously, and at institutions that give out scholarships, they won't fund those scholarships until that federal financial aid's filled out, right?
Sure.
So you got to get that big carrot out of the way. Start applying early. Start applying for those scholarships early, because the earlier you get those things done, the higher percentage you have of obtaining one of those scholarships and getting accepted into that institution.
So the one piece of advice, and I think that's
Don't
universal.
procrastinate. It is.
It's the early bird gets the worm.
Yes, yeah. If you want to use that old saying, yeah.
So, Greg, how do students or parents access you? Where can they find you? How do they get a hold of you?
Yeah, obviously in the high school directory, my information's there as far as my phone number and my email. The students all know that where I'm located here in the Commons, doors are always open. I'm Greg Malik, and I'm a Hemlock Husky.
Oh, hey, thanks so much for your time.
No problem. No problem.